sickening injury to one of your best players in Wesley Fofana. First up, how is he? What's the diagnosis?
Yeah, well, he fractured his fibula. So obviously it was a horrendous injury for us, and we're obviously devastated for him and for everyone, because he's, like you say, he's a top class young player, so he's going to be a huge loss for us. But our medical team were fantastic on the night. They looked after him straight away as soon as he got in. Our trauma doctor was able to put his ankle back in place, and then he got off to the hospital. And our staff at the club and along with the people in the hospital really looked after him. So he has another scan today because the ankle was so swollen. So we had to leave it overnight. He'll have another scan today, which will give us probably a clear indication of how long he's going to be out. So, but of course, it was a horrible injury for him, and no, we were all thinking of him last night.
So they put his ankle back on the pitch?
No, when they brought him into the changing area afterwards, when he came off the pitch, they had to put his ankle back where it was dislocated.
I understand that you're going to be waiting for scans, Brendan, but I'm sure you will have asked your medical experts the question if indeed it is a fib fracture, and it is, and things are being equal. Your ballpark figures from your medical teams have said, what, month, 2 months, year, 6 months?
No,
have you got any idea?
No, and that's what I'm saying. We have to have a scan today to find out the details, and then from that we'll probably have a clear indication of where he's at. As I said, his ankle was swollen, so it's not safe for it to be looked at and at that point. So we'll probably have a clear indication later on today.
Understood. I'm interested. Did you get any apologies from the player, the management, the referee? It's a friendly, and a 20-year-old kid striker's broken. I don't know. He probably didn't mean it, but he's the same player that was rolling around 5 minutes earlier with an injury himself. Look, there was a bit of needle there, Brendan. It just seemed unnecessary. Were there any apologies offered?
Yeah, and I think firstly you're right, Ian. It was a horrendous challenge. I think he was really dominant in the game, Wesley. So yeah, it wasn't a good challenge at all. But straight away, he apologised straight away, and afterwards there was an apology. So yeah, it's disappointing something like that to happen in a pre-season friendly. It was a really good game, especially for that first hour. It was really good, and I was really happy with the performance. But of course, then once that happens, it really takes the shine off it, and ends up we're all flat at the end of the night.
How important is a Community Shield for you this weekend, with the season in mind and the fixtures in mind, and kind of your squad rotation and your team selection, really, ultimately?
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic game for us. We're glad we're there. It means we've won the FA Cup, and we're playing against a very, very good side. I think when you start pre-season, your main goal is to be as close to fitness for your first game of the season. So that doesn't really change. But it's a wonderful occasion. Wembley, full house, and with the chance to hold something at the end of it is still always important. Obviously, we play every game to want to win, and obviously going to Wembley in front of over 90,000, it's certainly something that we would like to do. But it should be a great occasion, fantastic team, and that we're playing against, and again, both teams will be searching towards that last game before the season begins for real.
And finally, from me, other than Wesley Fofana, what's your injury situation like for this game, Brendan? I'm thinking Johnny Evans, imagining that's not changed, but are there any other players you're without?
Yeah, just the guys that haven't been involved over the course of the pre-season, like Papi and Johnny and James Justin. James Justin's come along very, very well, but of course still a few months away. Timothy Castagna trained for the first time with the squad, which is great news for us. He's physically really in a good place, but he had his mask on today and trained with the squad. So, but won't be available for the game. But hopefully, with confidence in training, that he won't be too far away. Yeah, I'm very good.
Good stuff. Oh,
Yeah, sorry. There's
okay.
Just making sure. There we go. Good. Sorry, Mark.
That's okay, Brendan. Good to see you. Obviously, before the start of the season, we have this traditional curtain raise. I'm just wondering how you and your players feel. In particular, you. Do you ever get nervous or excited before the start of a season?
I get excited. I think that pre-season is all about looking towards that first game, building your fitness up, physically, mentally getting ready and prepared. So, and to be able to play in this game a week before is obviously a really, really great occasion. Anytime you play at Wembley with something to play for, it means your team have done well. So yeah, it's the final game before, as I said, the first game of the season. So we're really excited and looking forward to it.
Is the Champions League has to be the target for you this season in terms of what's happened over the past previous seasons?
Listen, I think from where we're at as a club, my players have emphatically overachieved. If you position where we are in terms of budget and everything else, then these players have done amazing. And then to go on and create history last season and for the first time win the FA Cup, that was a fantastic season for us. Of course, at the end of the season, there is that numb feeling around the last game. But if you look over the course of the last couple of seasons, when we've just fallen short, probably over the course of 38 games, when we had players missing, maybe our depth of squad just hasn't allowed us to get over the line, because the players have given everything. They've done, but unfortunately, at that end of the season, when we're missing key players, then it becomes that much more difficult. So for us, like all the clubs chasing the top teams in this division, we have to fight. We have to continue to climb the mountain. We did it last year. We won the FA Cup, finished in Europe. That's the same aim for us this year. It doesn't change. Can we arrive into a European position, and can we challenge for trophies? And that is our focus. And like I said, it's proving the point each year and pushing in order to develop and improve.
I wanted to ask you about James Maddison as well. Speculation this week about his future. Will he be staying at Leicester?
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't been told anything to say that he wouldn't be. He's happy in training. He's working very hard. He just recently become a father, so responsibility there off the pitch as well. But he's, clearly there's obviously gossip and speculation that goes around, especially at this time of the year. But James is a very important member of our squad here, a very talented player. And where his season was disrupted a little bit last year with injury, hopefully he can this year go on and show the real top player that he is.
Just to push you a little further on this, if I may, does that mean that he's not for sale in Leicester terms, and certainly in your mind as well, or is the club open to a significant offer that meets an asking price?
I've given you an answer where you asked where he was at. And I've given you that answer, I think.
You've been active in the transfer market already. I'm particularly keen on Patson Daka, what you're expecting from him in his first season in the Premier League. Will he take a bit of time, do you think, to acclimatise, or have you seen enough in pre-season so far to suggest that he can hit the ground running?
Yeah, I think for any player coming into the Premier League, it's always a challenge, especially in the first season. But the three players that we've brought in have all of that winning mentality. Ryan's obviously the most experienced player, and he'll prove to be an outstanding signing for us. I've known him a long time. I've seen him grow from a young guy at 16 years of age into what he is now, which is an experienced Premier League operator who's won the Champions League. So he comes in and offers a great experience and quality to our group. And the two young guys that have come in, Patson and Buba, are guys that off the back of winning titles, have that winning mentality, and with a lot of scope to develop. So those two in particular, there'll be an adaptation year this year. But from what I've seen in their profiles, they fit it in very, very well. And I'm sure they're going to make a big contribution over the course of this season for us.
And just a final one from me on Youri Tielemans. There has been talk over the summer that maybe he is being offered an extended contract. Can you give us any kind of update on to how those negotiations are going?
Not really. No, I know that the club has spoken to his representatives. I know he's very happy here, but there's no further update on anything as of yet.
Brilliant. Thank you, Brendan. All the best
Thanks,
for the
Alex.
weekend.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Doc.